Literally just doing it back to them. Okay, this is gonna be crazy. Chat, it's gonna be one of those games again where just everyone needs to buy a Phantom and we just spam non-stop.
Yeah, I mean, and what do we talk about? One of the big things for DRX in holding their roster together was that it gave them time to cook, time to come up with those strategies.
So, this is a bold choice, but respect, they just stole their comp.
Best of 5. With that, it's time for us to hand it over to our casters. Here's Bren and Sideshow.
Yes, the battle of wills, the battle of titans between DRX and Loud here. And it is that Americas versus Pacific rivalry that stretches even further right here, right now. And Josh, Vindication, Revenge, there's so many labels you can attach to this, but it is that rematch that we witnessed from champs of last year.
And at Champions, you heard some of the same stories from the desk. DRX are probably the favorites. Loud are the underdogs coming into it. Who came out on top? Loud in a commanding 2-0 that embarrassed DRX and set us all thinking that another classic DRX choke was incoming. Well, they vanquished those demons.
That's so interesting that they stole their comp. They chose attack as well. Let's see. 4-person push. I mean, it's literally just a Vision Strikers or M80 pistol, however way you want to look at it. 4-person push, 1-person getting info. Should do very well in terms of getting the plant down if they keep this fast. Turret to watch behind. They're going in. Dog's going clear overhead. Jet goes heaven. Jet gets wrecked in heaven. Okay, what plant do they go for? Marcozo, thank you so much as well. Marcozo, Leo, appreciate you both. Chat, start spamming some slugs as we see the 1v3 duel at spawn. Oh boy. The double sheriff. Dog as well to clear this.
And Zest is going to have his work cut out for him right now, being swamped.
They do have to go for the Viper's wall.
Waiting to match him. Flash. That's a connection. Wall's going to be doing a decent amount of chip damage there. Decaying down, making it ever so slightly easier still. Holding it down, and Zest
there's a small window where they could win from
all
time.
Down Arby and Mako. The reposition is there, but it's not planted for them, and they still have to deal with Sadak from the high ground. Walls on walls, obfuscating this one. The tap onto the spike, running forwards, reloading the clip, time starting to run low.
Oh, is Mako still alive?
And Loud clean it up.
Time? Did they get it? I take it they got it.
A massive pistol round, the sensor placing.
I take it they got it. I felt like it was going to be close.
Been so good on pistols.
Okay.
All of these top 4 teams have though.
They got it. I saw it. I was like, honestly, this was a little bit close.
But Loud have been so impressive, picking up their coach that focused super heavily on pistol rounds where they dominated at champs. And you can see that actually, even though DRX have adjusted their composition to play a mirror match in this game,
okay, big pistol.
Still
I love the idea.
Causing a problem
love the idea with the 4-person push overwhelm towards here. Sadak played it very well, to be honest. It's very important with the 1-person and how you want to play that. And he played it super well.
And Loud strike early with another first death onto
Game's very loud. Okay, maybe we put it like here. It should be okay.
Not quite, still being beamed down, and this is a Loud squad that throughout their run.
Airless, thank you so much, chat. We've got an eco. We can spam some slug approves. Thank you so much, Airless. Appreciate it. 5 gifted from you. Chat, let's get a lot of slugs approves in. Let's see how many kills they get, and we'll look into it. Definitely a good chance to stack up. Everyone gets 3,000 on top of this, looking like we have no kills. Nathan, Corvus, RNDM, Cool, and Harada, I think. Welcome into the Slug Club. Okay, everyone stays alive. This is perfect in terms of Loud for their money.
Could be a big ultimate, especially when Loud are going to be playing retake B most of the time. Sadak playing in those back positions, anchoring the site.
31 barrel as well with the prime. Appreciate it.
A weakness on their defensive side. Felt like when Loud played against NRG.
Thank you so much, everyone.
That game, feels like forever
Airless as well. Massive shout out once again, dude.
And on Pearl, NRG seemed like they had a heavy focus on putting pressure B long and trying to punish Sadak. See what game plans DRX have cooked up in the last 10 days.
Full bonus in terms of Loud. Money's out of control at the moment, and they literally go for their same pistol strat. Wasn't enough people with this. Very good though in terms of the trade. They take down the Killjoy. That's a lot of util that goes down with this as well. Do we have a fast reaction? They go in, they pick up the other gun and get out of there as well. So small window where DRX can go over towards site, but heavy setup in terms of how they normally like to hit this. Right, they normally like to take elbow with the dash.
Off the table entirely. So
Alex looking worried about mid, actually.
Should be good to get a plant here.
In the moment, still. Cove's going to go down. Should offer that safe plan for Stacks. And you can see there was a nanostorm.
Okay, should emphasis on should be impossible to retake this with this plant. As long as there's about 2 people where this X is, DRX should definitely have this one. But we'll see, maybe Aspas can do some magic with the picked up gun.
Stacks and Mako cannot help these guys on site.
So far back, and now that that wall goes up, it's going to make it ever so slightly more difficult. Buzz claims the one in instant trade. Players are weak though. RB still active, still around, and he's going to beat that final layer to this fight right now.
Vision's blocked.
And what timing can he take?
Do they expect?
Anybody going to be watching this smoke? Snakebite though buys them a bit of time. 2 years taken out. As the time chips down, it's a deafening gloom enters the arena.
Any extra kills? Bit of damage. Not too bad for Louds in terms of this one. Good run for DRX. They get on the board. Some armors need to get rebought 2 guns, so they're going to have. They're going to have low money in terms of the round after this, so yeah, pretty good in terms of Louds. They managed to get the op out as well on Aspas. We'll keep an eye for that.
They like to play off the
okay,
site.
swing round.
Loud assumed
big round.
Based on looking at the VODs.
Dude, if Loud win this, they could get such a good score on there. Yeah. Right, Aspas is now okay. So they're trying to lock down over towards B. DRX probably realizing, especially with the push that happened last round, they don't want them to have A all the time. So just trying to shut down their potential game plan if it was taking over towards A. As we can see, they play super passive.
The Cascade pushing back that one angle. There was a flash as well prior. Buys them that kind of space that they were looking for there. And an alarm
okay, Stacks has ult now.
Really just making sure they lay it down.
This is kind of nice as well, setting up the Killjoy, taking A control. But yeah, much different round in terms of how Loud are approaching it.
But it seems to me like they're going to be running into Aspas here.
Aspas could be.
Do they get aggro here? Information gathered here.
Give him that sight line, give him
no, something happened. Something happened on A. They didn't want to go for it. Maybe because he got no info here. Dog goes in, they clear all the middle. Okay, this is great at the moment. We might see the Viper rotate. Yeah, looking like all of them going to rotate. Ult comes in. No. Aspas does great to get in front of the walls.
An easy one-handed to Aspas, and
Aspas is incredibly well here. They do get the plant down and no one's flanking, so this is still a very hard retake for Loud. They're going to have to hit some shots.
DRX, a bit of raw spam there from the Phantoms. Reload, top up the clips once more. Still a couple of bullets left waiting for them. Snakebite though, that's the supplement.
Wow, Stacks did incredible on the flank here. Sadak played this well. They blocked off Vision and then tried to crunch both sides of it. Yeah, and again, chat, I just think on this map at the moment, and like this is why it's a little bit broken in my mind. It's just like if you lose one person but you get a good plant, I think it's so worth. You definitely are like favored in the 4v5.
They're not even being required.
So
Loud can't get through the first layer of post plant, which is just to flush out the people
yeah,
from backside.
It's a little bit rough. Maybe Loud need to fight a little bit heavier here, but also Stacks and whoever else was elbowed did incredibly well. So
fend off the Loud players, break up the spacing there. But it still looks dangerous to me. When you look at how RB's positioned in backside there with Stacks, they're isolated, they're on an island. In theory, Loud should be able to fight these guys.
They both did great here. Their reactions seemed pretty cool with Viper mollies.
And take 2 separate fights where they're
yeah, it was very nice, the Viper mollies. Right, they saved the op, and dude, DRX are just spamming B.
The arena in uproar, of course. Speaking to Fraud about it,
Loud need to shut down B at one point early.
Sometimes that kind of passion, it bleeds into moments like that where they just have a little bit of a misstep. They don't play like they have been in practice.
Okay, as we can see, small window to get a good plant before anyone gets here.
Can be a double-edged sword. Bait you into being greedy and going for one more, perhaps, or.
Aspas let retake with this op. He's the person that needs to stay alive here, so he's probably just going to not take any risks, I imagine. They really want to save this. At the moment, all the Viper util's great.
Just straight up a home field advantage. So now the Trailblazer getting used to try and force these players out. Puts a little bit, a modicum of pressure upon RB.
Yeah, just 1 for 1. Slash over the top. Oh my goodness, the movement. And there's no punish in sight. Maybe with a rifle in a couple of the hands of them, but RB still locking down the angle, still good for it.
Okay, only one death in this, so money's gonna get crazy. We got some 4K. We got a 4K with a 3K. Going up to 7 and a 6. That's pretty worrying. The good sign, I mean, I say the good sign. Chat, this is about to get crazy. Look how close we are to all of these ults. Yeah, this is important. Very, very important round for Loud. It's a good time for a timeout. Again, if they lose this, they go down to eco. Chat, they have to talk about shutting down B. They have to. So you're going to probably see them either heavy try and set up the op, or you're just going to try and see them, but yeah, they don't have, do they have the op now? Yes, they lost it there. Chat, they don't have enough money for the op now, they lost it, right? So they're probably going to fight heavy with 3 people. And I'm wondering if how DRX approached this one. Because definitely in terms of their game plan, they were going to spam over towards B, and then they might have had a set thing plan now in terms of like, right, we're just going to spam B until they call a pause, and then now we maybe go over towards A, so we'll check it out.
And they're putting DRX into uncomfortable spots, and then they're not able to capitalize. Yeah. Whereas DRX, on the opposite side of this, look like they've been in this spot before. And wow, what a difference that is compared to...
Yeah, I like the C9 comp was really cool. I like the C9 comp, I thought it was great. And again, I like this comp. I think it's probably one of the best things to abuse over towards B. Right, let's see. 3 people. Are we all going to go over towards B? We're just setting up everything. Maybe we're going to have maybe we're going to have more people here. Harbor's here as well. So yeah, basically what I talked about in the pause is coming true. 3 people to shut this down early over towards B. DRX step ahead, right? They realize, oh, okay, well now they're going to use their stuff towards B. Let's try and go fast A. There should be less people here. So makes sense in terms of how both teams have approached this.
Too much info actually. Doesn't spot a thing and ducking down. That's Mako. Backing away.
Okay, so they went early A control. They picked up an orb for Stax' ult, I'm pretty sure. Dude, he has his ult again already? Holy hell. That's fast. That's his second one already. Flash goes in. I don't think it did hit. Okay. Interesting, they pop Seekers really far back, and only one goes down long, so they're probably only going to think it's one person here. That was interesting with their positioning of the Seekers there. Lombok goes in for behind. 3 people here, so they need to fight this way heavier than you've seen. Way, way heavier. This ult is gonna be a bit of a nightmare though. Yeah, they have to fall back over towards site. Dude, this comp with the Harbor ult, strong. That's a massive kill, and they're going fast. Love this at the moment. Love this from them. Les does somehow kill himself, but it's okay. Mollies are down early. This is their best chance. Ult's gonna get 2 of them. Ult's gonna get 3 of them. Okay. Only 2, I think. Yeah, only 2, so still a chance in this one.
2 detained, leaves it down to a 2v2 here, and suddenly DRX might have saved themselves.
Surely they can't win this on the 2-on-4. Maybe they can. Kind of low. Vision's blocked the whole time. It's just a spam fest.
It's a maelstrom of emotion right now, up top, up close, and
nicely done from Aspas. Nicely done from Sadak. They managed to do it. Chat, love the fast retake. Love the fast retake. They knew as soon as this spike goes down, they get positioning, we cannot win. So we have to fast go in. It was incredible. Really good calling from Loud. That was great. Everything they talked about in the pause was perfect, right? They wanted to fight over towards B. They realized this time as well, they wanted to try and fight. First of all, they wanted to fight close. Then they got pushed back. Then they had to actually just leave the site because of the ult, and then just fully went in at the right time here. It was perfect. Dude, the Harbor ult kind of
the second layer to that too.
This retake Harbor ult was great. Nice.
Yeah, there was a flash around the corner, but it was slightly delayed with it. Fantastic opening for Aspas, going to be waiting back.
In terms of this round, they get an opening kill. Money's kind of low. Money's pretty much the same on both, really. Maybe just a little bit better in terms of DRX.
Buzz is the one that's out of sync with the rest of his team on DRX. Going down as the first pick, actually, in the prior round in the post plant was the thing that opened things up for Loud. But now 4 players stacked towards the B side, leaving Sadak alone. The 4-1 defense frequently leaves the
It's a good sign for Loud, that as well. They finally shut down the B, right? So DRX having to work out something else. Get a lot of space here in terms of Stax finding his way all the way through. There's going to be a Harbor and Harbor duel if he decides to go for it. They are ready for this one. How has he won this duel?
What a kill.
Trailblazer on the back now, the pressure and player is known onto Sadak.
Oh my god, his time is incredible.
Just to escape into flowers. He's moved away still.
How how has he owned it this much in this round? That's madness. Perfect timing going through the window. Did the great util to block this off as well. They isolated the player over towards here in terms of the one-on-one duel as well. Still not done though.
And they're being met for it.
Stax had no idea that Aspas was on the flank.
Yeah, Stax, dude, Stax just gets... Stax walks on water in terms of this round. I can't believe he's still alive. He gets healed up as well.
Sadak moves his way across. Great flash timing off that one from the alarm bot. And Nanoswarm's buying the time. The tap of it forces the fight, forces a peek. RB goes down, but it is still running low. And now finally they're getting on top of it. Have on the defuse, all down to Stax. Smoked off right around the corner. And the
Smoke defuse Aspas is a hero. Absolute hero. We don't know how the duel ended at the end, but...
Consolation prize towards the end for Stax there as he picks up both of the Loud players.
Okay, Stax got the kill at
But
the end.
Loud has what matters. A 4th round on the board. And really nicely played from Aspas too on the flank. Just
okay, Stax got the kill at the end, so he at least did econ damage. Nice back-to-back rounds from Loud. Do DRX decide to go back to... Dude, everything went so right for them and they still lost this round. It's kind of crazy.
The vast majority of the trading for Loud on this map.
I have to think that might be a difference maker.
Flash goes in. Again, the A-Take's great. A-Take's very simple. Dude, the Harbor...
Look at Stax again here. He's
Harbor,
from his 3rd reckoning.
What am I trying to say?
The plants.
The Harbor in the sky, basically, just as a combo, is just like the best thing ever.
And I think also Stax could start.
Yeah, they take it with just a cascade and a flash. Like, that's incredible.
Because Loud are giving them a lot of space around the map there.
Like, the flash comes back and the cascade's like relatively
they were getting onto site fairly
not the best ability. I guess we have to say that.
Time to strike is nice.
Stax is one off his ult again. This is nice util. Okay, can they kill Buzz?
Straight across, Buzz. They know he's into the side. He's cut this one up
Yes,
for
they
them.
can. Dude, lads,
Nanoswarm's in
ah,
their feet,
it's so
another
unlucky.
snake bite
That
placed
is so
down.
unlucky.
But
Does have his ult from this kill as well, Stax, so
Bowels his way
can
through
definitely
onto
use
the
it after
side.
this. There's gonna be a hard retake. Viper ult goes in as well, and the Viper ult covers this, so it should be impossible. Where does the Viper... dude, he was hoping that the Viper ult would get hit, but now he has to go into sight.
They've just got to walk inside. It has
to be a miracle, and a miracle.
Oh my god, they're getting these kills.
Mako on the corner. Kill claim, but 30 health remaining, and now the ults are flying through. Stax lets loose of the Reckoning, and positioning is known. No one can stand still.
Oh my god, they owned it. He felt like he had to shoot the Cove. Dude, they're doing so good in these. How did they get these kills in the Viper ult?
New player for Loud, drops the Cove, and they know that that forces Stax to spam it. And they're essentially kind of trading the Cove there. As Stax is forced to unload bullets into it, Aspas swings.
DRX timeout. I mean, they're getting shut down over towards A. Now that they feel like they can't go B, they're kind of getting a little bit wrecked. I think they just have to go back to B and just accept that the only reason they lost was the ults. Right, that's the only reason they could do a fast retake was because they had Harbor ult and they had Sky ult. So they kind of got to think, like, honestly, as long as they don't have ults, they can't really retake or hold B.
And yet Loud skill and confidence to just get
which Viper? Wallbacon. Not the defense one, it's the standard one, so I guess you're talking about attack one.
All favoring Loud there. You can't give them that much space.
So this narrow lead, narrow margin that's being led here by Loud in map number 1 of our best of 5 semi-finals. Winner getting to move on, move up through that tournament to that final pedestal, an opportunity, of course, to lift an even.
Why did they go to site instead of playing A main? Because the Viper ult didn't reach over towards site, so they kind of wanted to play, and then they didn't want to just have the Viper solo playing in the ult itself. So the call was to just heavy commit in the Viper. They were really hoping the Viper ult was going to go around and we could sit in this little corner, right? But it ended up like stopping here. So then the call was to just get in the Viper ult and just everyone just play for it. Try and protect the Viper, make sure that it's up enough, and then you buy enough time for stacks. But yeah, Loud just got the kills in terms of that one. Aspas is the... Okay, chat, huge round. Look at everyone's money. It's really low.
That needs to adjust his tempo based on the opponent.
Okay, huge round here.
It's all going to be used now, pushing through. Getting a bit of space there into Art. Making sure that nobody was ever so slightly close, but the defensive setup of Loud, they've got Aspas holding that one.
Yeah, Aspas holds over towards A, and that makes a lot of sense, seeing as they've been taking A and getting that orb all the time. The good thing for Loud at the moment is they just have so many ults.
One away from getting eco'd and sinking to a terrible first half after
Okay, yeah, they basically talked about it, right? They want to create pressure here and here, and then they're just going to go back and hit B. Like, it's the only thing that's been looking like decent for them.
Yeah, really fully there.
Problem for them is what I was saying is they can definitely retake with ults, and they have those ults.
Peace of mind is absolutely the correct term to use. Loud can commit so many.
Wall goes in. I love that they do this. Wall goes in. They make sure they wait because obviously when Angel is spamming, right, they saw that. And then also with this instant Viper on the defense, we're fighting heavier here. Do not let them get this plant, is what Loud have talked about. That's the plant, and that is the kill. So should be in Loud's control. Keep an eye on the Killjoy, but it's going to come in very late.
This is going to be the target that needs to go down, but the Seekers from Kawazine earned. Going to be expended, well used now.
Still 13 seconds, they need to try to stop this plant. And they do. No time for this one. No time. As long as Sadaxis hides in, it's absolutely fine. Played it great. And gets this extra kill at the end, okay. Okay, okay. Dude, Loud played this so well. Loved it. Loved everything about it. But yeah, just that ever since the beginning of this game, right, ever since that pause, they've just looked incredible. Just the whole talk over towards how we want to approach B now is just perfect, right? Fight early or heavy retake early. Do not let them plant. Do not let them get the after plant positions. One up FPS with the Prime, thank you so much. I'll do it after this round.
It's not an eco round actually. They still managed to pull a buy out.
Okay, so they had the ult, so they managed to get a buy. Must have a lot of light armers. Not too bad, only 2. Okay, we're going back to just the original fast B. They felt like it got shut down so hard that they just want to call it again. Ult comes in, and that's going to get them a lot of space here. They do have to worry about the Killjoy ult, but it doesn't really matter because all they want to do is get this position after the plant anyway. Small window for them to plant into here. What's the spams like?
Cleaving their way through the site. No one going to be waiting for this one.
No spams on this one. They get the plant down. Should be very hard for Loud to win this one. They put the ult down, but the sweet spot is here where they want to be. So it's going to be a lot of spams through the walls. It's going to come to a little bit of a gamble. How much can RB do?
Needs to get more done, but just one kill will be it. The rest of the team playing those post plans. Operator angle, Cove laid down at his feet, and it gives
okay, they're going for it. They're going for it.
Where's the spam? Where's
okay,
the
they got half.
It's util, but half on the board already. And the pressure is on. The pressure is mounting. The spam, anything could happen. It's down to just less. He wins it out. Time ticking away. Will he have enough? It's down to milliseconds. Surely.
Yeah, he's got it.
He will do it.
And they did pretty good. The fact that they got it half was just everything, to be honest with you. Cove went up, they created enough chaos that they had to deal with the people close, so the spamming wasn't just on point, and then got it half, and then the smoke came in as well. They just have a lot of vision blockers, right? 3 vision blockers in terms of Harbor, Viper, Jet.
Allowing less to get tucked into a close position, and the Cove as well managing to get them half on the spike. Look at that frustration. And almost disbelief.
Yeah, they're actually kind of wrecking them at the moment in terms of this.
2 and 9, having an absolute nightmare here on Pearl.
Difficult to ask of him. The attack side Jet players usually struggling to get that kind of impact.
So yeah, Eco comes in. It's not too bad. They managed to get 2 hero guns.
Even the slightest amount that's out of sync can cause what we're seeing right now. Trailblazer does connect though. That's less stunned up, has to back away actually, but still not clearing the alarm bot.
I think DRX need to get the last 2, to be honest with you. I mean, they can literally do exactly the same as what Loud's done, but I've been very impressed with how Loud have used their also towards B to stop the hits.
There is no one stepping up and wondering about
the crazy thing is now though for them, like, and something that literally I'm looking at DRX and maybe they aren't figuring it out is they only lose B when their ults up. Like this is a round where there's no ults for anyone to get map control. I'm really confident they would win over towards B because they've been shut down so heavy. They're probably not putting one-on-one together, so that's why we go in towards A.
Starting to see them take that space still. Les will anchor it. Lovely kill to find one after another. Just not enough time to really make any sort of plays here.
Dude, Loud are great at the moment.
Zest, seeing what they can do.
That pause just changed absolutely everything. They haven't got around since the pause, right?
Spam down angle is common enough. Tap of the spike for the double face.
So nice.
Clean it. Finalized.
Okay, one last buy for DRX.
In the 10 days that DRX have had since they played their last match, they've clearly come up with a game plan here. You can see what they're going for in these rounds, but the execution is just not there. The firepower, overwhelming from Loud. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And DRX look lost.
It's not even anti-strat, it's just like they're trying to use their comp against them. And Loud, all that Loud try and do is spam B. And so you try and use a comp against a team that like made a comp, they're gonna know what the weakness is.
Waiting right into this
So,
one.
and they're just making sure that they oh my god, that they cover it up well by just fighting super heavy. Like they just handled this so well.
And they all fall down.
Okay, nice. Let me refresh this.
Devastating, dominating. So many words.
Yeah, they just handled B great.
But it is Loud in that driving
Early
seat.
fight towards the end, early retake, heavy shutdown. They did the 3 things in terms of 3 counters over towards B, and this comp just sucks at doing everything else, to be honest with you.
And it was a 9-3 half the last time these two teams faced. DRX up, and then threw it away. Do you believe in curses? Loud just looked too strong to let this one drop, but I'm sure the same could have been said if you were watching that game at Champs too.
Just an electric
Well,
first half, but let's send it down to
let's
the
see
deck
if they
to
can
break
do it back.
down
They need
so
to win a
far.
pistol. They need to win a pistol, and they need to have heavy shutdown of B. Like they have to. Dude, what a nicely played by Loud. I definitely want to shout out their coach a little bit because it all kind of changed after the pause. So I definitely want to shout out to Fraud for sure. They talked about what they had to do.
To match Loud. Yeah, and I think it's been so much fun to, I nerd out about Harbor so hard, right? But it's been so much fun to watch how they're using their utility, but what's been most impressive to me is their heavy investment into the Reckoning, right? Everyone is trying to funnel those orbs, through the plants.
Aspas on Jet? Yeah, Aspas is crazy on Jet.
Efficiency on the Reckonings. They fully believe in chaos, creating windows for them to execute on, and honestly, both teams have done that.
Yeah, I mean, this has kind of just been the classic approach from DRX as far as just feeding stacks ults as much as
I mean, this was just the whole thing was just Loud. Just being great. Like honestly, I even feel like DRX did everything pretty good. Just Loud was just a little step ahead, and again, you can't. You're always gonna struggle. You're always going to struggle trying to pick someone else's comp and play it against them. Like people tried to do that to us in Liquid as well, and it's just like, well, we know what the comp struggles at. We know what it's good. We know what we have to do against it.
He currently finds himself 2-11-2. That is brutal, whereas Aspas is completely and utterly vibing.
And it feels similar, right?
More
it's another
spectator
one
map.
of these things where we see the game plan from DRX, and then it
Maybe
starts to fall
Fracture.
apart.
Maybe
so of course,
Icebox.
we're going to ask for the individuals to step up, Mimi, in the second half. But let's talk about what, as a team, we can maybe expect out of DRX as they move to the defensive side.
We saw the defensive side from Loud. It was absolutely fantastic throughout. They're very good at retakes, using the Harbor and Viper utility to get it done. We'll have
Stress
to see
level
DRX
diff.
can
Yeah,
do
maybe
same.
the
They'll need to if they want to come back.
the crowd
They found
diff.
themselves in a difficult position here on
Definitely,
map 1, but it's
definitely
all,
must be
not
crazy
all
to
done
play
and
against
dusted
them.
just yet as we head back to Brandon Sideshow for the second half.
What an uphill
Let's see.
climb it will be
I mean,
for
yeah, at
DRX
the
to
moment it's a big Jet
manage
diff.
to come back
Let's see
in
what
this
can happen
fashion,
on the
in this
defense.
form as well. In the
DRX need a
arena right
pistol.
now, we mentioned the swirl of
I
emotions,
loved
the
Loud's
crowd as
pistol.
well playing a
Let's
decent
see
part, I
what
can
DRX
imagine.
have
It doesn't
got.
matter how veteran you are. It doesn't matter how many global events you've been to. Nothing
Yeah,
can
do you know what,
quite
Airless?
prepare
I
you
just
for
forgot
this.
to message you back. I'll do it tonight.
And the newer players on Loud are still putting on excellent performances too. You saw the results there for both of these teams on Pearl. DRX had one map on Pearl where they looked immaculate and one where they got stomped by Cloud9. Loud being a little more stable, only lost in OT. Could
3
DRX
here
possibly bring this to
for
OT,
the
though?
rotate.
It would require the pistol, I
Nice
think.
molly. Do
And
they
much more
decide to
besides.
do anything through this?
Many rounds after the fact. Let's see though. Goal of this round gonna be
Nice crunch over towards this. Holy hell, they played this so well. Just knowing that they're not going to be able to hear much in terms of the sound because of the crowd, right? So they're really using it to their favor. It's really good. Frenzy Mania just cutting off a lot of these angles and just close range dueling. Maybe that one's a little bit too much considering how far ahead they are, but still should be fine to clean this up.
An instant swing, and my goodness, 3 in a round for him. And Mako, we've seen this guy.
I mean,
pull off magic
it's impossible
before,
to win, really.
but this might be
I mean, you just gave him a chance into Aspas, but respect. You hit the shot. He had enough of it. Holy hell. 4 in the pistol from him. He is going kind of crazy at the moment.
Aspas, putting on a masterclass out there.
Aspas is crazy, though. Just ran at him. Just he had enough of it.
I mean, long range with the frenzy. Mid-range,
Oiko, thank you so much, dude.
Matter. 4 health, whatever. This guy gets
Thanks so much, Oiko.
And he's a big game player. That's what's incredible. That time on Loud has taken him from being a rookie to a veteran so quickly.
Yeah. It's been Aspas who's the one who has to really step up. It's been said in a couple of the interviews as well, you know. When Loud went on that dominant run, when they won the championship.
I'm just talking at the beginning of the game, Bacon.
Like you said, Josh,
like on Bind when everyone copied the stage stuff.
Obviously many belts, many titles under this battle, or at least a competition. But he's had to really step up for his team.
Okay, I mean, they got 1 here.
Listening to Sadak as well,
DRX are just accepting that they have to go into the next round with a full buy. They get sight, they get plant, they get some map control. They've done great.
What to do in terms of the calling. So he's not just there fragging.
Dude, they're so heavy in control. It's nuts.
This Loud squad, and stepping up now that he is one of the veteran presences.
Next evolution of this young player.
The Viper Wall only makes sense if you have a harbor, really. So yeah, it's like a set one for their harbor. It's great though, multi-purpose.
But yeah, Loud, ready and waiting. A couple of them playing anti, making sure that they weren't falling prey to any of that. And DRX not even offered that luxury of trying to die to the spike to deny those ults. Loud are going to be vacuuming it all up.
This is absolutely dominant.
Yeah, this is crazy. But let's see. I mean, Loud got double pistol.
Round 13.
Let's see what DRX can do. They need to. I mean, this one is incredibly hard, but
one of the semi-finals in this kind of manner. Remember that this is the last chance for the Pacific region as well. DRX, they're only representatives left in the tournament, and that's what this tournament is all about. The winner of lock-in, they get a spot for their team at Masters Tokyo. Sorry, a spot for their region at Masters Tokyo.
Goes in.
They're fighting for the Pacific.
They take control. They go fast B, so in the most important rounds, they know what the comp's good at. They head over towards B. How did DRX handle this? They let them get so much space, they don't duel with it. Oh my, they're getting so wrecked, it's crazy. Louder just all over them. Their timing on the crunches is just impeccable. On the pistol round, the timing of the crunch here and here was so good. And then again here, the timing of the crunch here and through door.
Backup is there.
Okay.
Down to Buzz and Zest.
Absolute domination in terms of map 1.
Absolute
domination.
And map point on the horizon here for Loud.
Yeah, this is like a statement. It really is.
Aspas sat at 22 kills to Buzz's 2. If you wanted a jet diff, if you had that on your bingo card, oh my god, you've gone and got it.
Yeah, the jet diff, especially on paper now, is just madness. It really is. It might be the biggest jet diff we've ever seen. I mean, there's a 20 kill diff at the moment. Okay, 9 chances for them to close this one out.
The final boss made manifest. Let's see what he does with this. Dash enabled, Knives ever so slightly missing. There was a flash delayed.
Okay.
And there are trades online still, 3 on 3. And all the pressure, the gravity of it all on the shoulders of DRX. Lovely utility nice. To clean this one out. It's down to less.
They finally stabilized at 12. Oh,
so much to do, yet already he's made it one step easier. Kill found, jump peek. Knows nobody's on it. Waiting for the
Holy
push.
hell, I was really nervous. Actually thought he was going to do it. Okay. 9 chances down to 8.
And it says
Let's see how low this number gets.
Dominant Loud have been in this map that we're all collectively holding our breath, believing that Les could do it. He's been their best performing player so far at lock-in. And not somebody that we talk about too much, but he is so consistent for this squad. He takes a ton of fights. He wins a lot of them.
The
He's
money's
biggest
out of
trader
control.
that
So
Loud
many
has.
people so many people died from
He's just always out
DRX as
there
well. They
doing
don't
what his
have
team
good
needs.
money. This is Loud's best chance to just
That is
completely
the
just
first
end
of
this now.
9 map points that DRX need to dodge in order to take us to OT. It just seems impossible.
Think about
Bulldog,
what's stacked against them here.
Spectre,
Really does feel
double
insurmountable.
ult.
But we know that DRX are not the team anymore to crumble, to fold under the pressure.
Okay.
We've seen it now a couple of times over 2 different tournaments when the pressure's on and they still have what it takes to come back. Maybe not in the map, but in the
Loud is
series
doing
overall.
great at
That's more where I'm
creating
thinking.
pressure so early on, so it's already
Bit
pressure
more
here.
long-term.
Definitely.
Do they want to try and take this, or are they just going to do a 4-1 and then let the
Another thing that we're
Killjoy
just seeing
do it?
demonstrated here is that the Americas
They have
region
Sky
is
ult once they
clearly
get
the
close,
best
as
on
we can
Pro.
see over
We haven't
towards
seen an
B.
Americas
This
team
is
lose on
weak
Pearl,
at the moment.
except for when NRG beat Loud, and that's 2 Americas teams fighting against each other.
What happened to
Something about
DRX?
this
This was
Americas
just
region,
Loud to start playing
they
them.
just
Like, it's
got
not
the
even...
read here. Doesn't matter
They were
what
just
comp is
all
being
over them
played.
in terms of
They
like
get
game
this
plan.
map.
They just shut down B a lot heavier than this
Seekers
comp.
parting ways
Again,
on
this
either
comp is
side
like
now.
very good at
Trying to lay
B
claim
and
to
then
this side, and that's
okay at the
forwards.
rest of the
Now
map.
buzz, reset.
And again, look at this,
Backs
right? See,
away.
DRX no. DRX no, you gotta fight early. Do not let them get the plant.
Has claimed some space.
So that's
It's
good.
just down
Okay,
to him, but he will
9
be
chances
shut
down to
down.
7. They held this
Beast
very
in the
well.
making.
They handled this very,
So
very
one of
well.
the rounds once more claimed, I suppose. The long road to try and even it up, but no room for error.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think no matter what, even if they lose
DRX
this,
are gonna start to build
just
themselves up
just
a
a
bit
good
of
round for
buffer
Buzz
in
to
terms of
actually
the
just get into the game a
economy.
little bit.
Obviously not something that they can,
Get a little bit of confidence
use
for
when
the
they lose a
potential
round
next
because
maps.
They're 1 and done right now. But
Okay,
as the
7
rounds
chances
get
still.
closer,
They
if they're down to, you know, a
okay.
scrappy
They still
1v1,
managed to get a
they'll
buy,
still
and we
the
have
buy out for
everything
next.
still. So, but
These are all important things.
They
Big
will have
odds
to eco
rely
after
on
this one.
too. If you're gonna go through this long, arduous journey of getting us back to OT, you've got to be so disciplined with how you use those resources.
It could all go wrong in just a moment. Mako!
Sadak is crazy. Oh my goodness, he got so much control. It's such a big kill. They've done it again. They've actually done it again. They pinched over towards this bit where they just take this bit of the site. It's incredible. Buzz and I mean, no. Buzz is not doing this one. Dude, they're so good with this. I really like how they do this. I really like how they're like getting fast over towards this area super fast.
And they all tumble.
It works well.